YouTube. Yes, welcome back. F1 Manager 2024. It's out right now as you watch this. As I stream this, it's out in 10 minutes. We're doing a create a team save game. You guys loved the Williams save game last year. We're doing it all over again over on Twitch. Of course, edited versions of all the races are going to be here for your viewing pleasure. You've clicked on this one. It's episode number 1. What a time to join. There's going to be a playlist down below if you want to catch the streams that on Twitch. And with that, I'm just going to throw to me making a team, which I've not yet done. Hopefully it's a good team, although we are setting things kind of low. Let's see how we get on. Right, we've got to do the intro bit here. Now, it goes without saying, everyone, we are creating a team today. It's the new game mode. I don't know, a lot of creators are doing it. I want to do it too. And also, I have my own livery in the game, which we are going to utilise, obviously. I am hoping, and I've not checked it, I'm hoping my logo that I've saved as a preset still exists in the game. I suppose we are going to find out together whether or not that is the case. If you've not seen Create a Team before, by the way, there are loads of different origin stories. You could do Hungry Newcomer or Technical Breakthrough, or what we're going to do, you can just create your own entire one. As for the name, now, the name here, I am denied about. It needed to be something with WTS in. And I'm going with Team WTS Racing. Now, WTS is actually like a German racing team that were in Formula 3 in the late 80s, early 90s. They had a few drivers that you might have heard of, WTS Racing, which was also renamed Team WTS at some point. I thought we'd merge the two together. Ralf Schumacher, Jos Verstappen, and also some bloke called Michael Schumacher drove them. I wonder if he had a son or something that we could use in-game. That'd be awful. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Starting balance. You could have 40 million if you wanted. We're not doing that. We're not going to 2 million. I don't hate myself that much. We're going to go to 5 million. I feel like 5 million's a nice amount, but here's where the kicker is. I'm having the lowest facilities. For car performance, I am going to go 3 out of 5. I'm hoping they've not tweaked this since the pre-release build, although there was a day 1 patch today. Car performance around this level basically puts us at the same level as kind of Williams, where if we get one driver out of the first qualifying session, that's a success. So I feel like that is the level that we're going for with the team. I know it's a bit of a throwback to last year's Williams team, of course, with the level, but I just feel like that's a good place to do things. Now, this is the interesting one, right? Because we could just take drivers off the current F1 grid. But I'm not about that life. What I am about, though, is having a bit of a mix. And, you know, there's some drivers here. Pacher, he's got a face in the game now. We've got Lawson, he has his face in the game. There's no Mick Schumacher. Oh, no, there is a Mick Schumacher. There is a Mick Schumacher. Do I go with Mick? Do I go? I say that like I've not already made up my mind. Of course we're bloody going with Mick Schumacher. It is Slick Mick. He's back from the dead. Haas, F1 Manager 22. He was rubbish for me. I don't think he lasted the first year. I'm going to give him a chance here at redemption. Like I mentioned, WTS Racing, German team, many a Schumacher's driven for them. Mick becomes the first WTS Racing driver. And then for his partner, now, this is where it gets interesting, isn't it? Because I know what people are thinking. People are thinking, Teo! I don't want to do Teo again. We've lived a life with Teo Pacher 2 years in a row, and I feel like it's time, when you really love something, to let go of it. So with that in mind, it's not going to be Teo. And I know what you're thinking. Lawson? No. He'll have his time in the sun soon, won't he? He's probably going to get the Red Bull drive in real life. He doesn't need the exposure of a Work the Space YouTube save game that's also on Twitch. No, Logan? No, f*** off. I'm not managing Logan, am I? Look, I've made my decision. We're going with Pato Award. And I know what you're thinking. Who the is this guy? I mean, if you don't watch IndyCar, if you watch IndyCar, you know who this guy is. He's McLaren's reserve driver in real life. He was runner-up in this year's Indy 500. Had a spectacular crash on the weekend in the Toronto Grand Prix. And you know what? He's Mexican. And I hate Logan Sargent that much. I want to make Pato Award the best North American driver on the grid. Alongside Sergio Perez, obviously. But mostly I just want him to do better than Logan. You know, if we're going to be battling Williams this year, it's going to be Award, it's going to be Sargent, it's going to be the Battle of North America, and the people are going to love it. It's our little ginger Mexican amigo, who I believe grew up mostly in Texas. But that's beyond the point. He's a great individual. Pato, welcome to the team. Right, they are both 77 rated. I will also say neither of them are like super young drivers, you know. They're not going to get crazy development like if we were to have picked up Bichette or Lawson. So I don't think they're going to be the long-haul drivers forever and ever. But I think there's a risk with Creator Team that you just kind of sign two good young drivers and then they're your drivers for the next 6 years. I want a driver lineup where both of them are driving for their bloody lives. I'm going to say it now. One of these drivers will not be here next year. Together, chat, we are going to work out who should survive. That is my promise to you. Now, here's the thing with staff. I could steal staff off real teams. I don't really want to do that, but for certain jobs like the technical chief, there aren't F2 technical chiefs in the game like there are for other areas. So I think what we have to do is we have to use the generated staff. Now, for these generated staff, I am going to pick the best of the worst. So we're going to go with the ones that are 75 rated. I believe these are just generated differently every single save game. But essentially, if we just look at all the real staff, there's no staff that have a rating of 75. So we are going to be starting with what is, without a doubt, the worst kind of staff in Formula One. But the thing is, the only way is up from here. So I feel like this is the thing to do. So Klaus Fischer, come on down. The only exception I'm going to make to it is race engineers, because I want to have actual talky stuff happen. You know, I don't know about anyone else. I like the little radio messages in F1 Manager. I enjoy the chat. So we need to get some race engineers in. This is where I need your help, because I can't remember. Who was Mick Schumacher's race engineer at Haas? Was it Gary? Because I want Gary. I think it was. Gary rings a bell. Gary does. Where is Gary? Gary! Gary's actually, he really fits the mantra of the team, doesn't he, with that rating, if we're being honest, right? Gary and Mick reunited. We're going to bloody love Gary. Me and Gary were like this. That is me on top or something. Right. Now, as for Pato's engineer, this one is, I want to say it's less important. Obviously, I still want to get in someone who's good to be his engineer. And I want someone who's chatty. So with that in mind, I'm not going to go with a Formula 2 kind of engineer. Instead, I'm going to go with someone who I know is a chatty individual. Who looks chatty? I don't know who looks chatty. Jago here, I think I had in my test save and he was annoying me. James Irwin just looks like a stand-up chap, doesn't he? He looks like the bloke who's on that team that turn up at pub quizzes, take them really seriously and just play for the money every week. You know, sad little loser groups of pub quizzers. You know, they go around all the local pub quizzes just collecting all the money. James is definitely one of those blokes. So with that in mind, he is going to be our second race engineer. We're stealing him away from Williams. I've not selected him there. That's gone well. Where was he, chat? Where was he? James? Right. I mean, is this the acceptable team setup? When you look at the ratings and stuff, it does look quite depressing, doesn't it? It doesn't look quite good. We've got Pato Award, Mick Schumacher. That is my duo. Slick Mick and whatever rhymes with Pato. I don't know. Right, engine time. Now, they've added in mechanical failures this year. And I feel like with that in mind, I want to go with one of the engines with the lower durability. Now, the Mercedes engine is really, really durable. And the Renault one is pretty durable as well. I think it's basically a toss-up between the Red Bull engine and the Ferrari engine. And I think I'm going to go with the Ferrari engine because it's less powerful than the Honda one. That's kind of where my mind is at. I could go with Renault because it's slow, but I like the idea of having some mechanical failures and some jeopardy. And let's be honest, Ferrari engines kind of prone to blowing up. So I feel like that in my mind is the play. Now, we go on to the next thing, chat. We get on to car liveries. Can I get a new? Woo! I don't know. That was exciting, wasn't it? Right, we need to do our team colours. Now, I'm hoping, and I've not actually verified this, I'm hoping that all my settings have actually saved in-game to save us a little bit of time. But we are going to be attempting to match this all to our branding, which I know... Not as easy as you'd think. What is the colour of the yellow in my branding? It's like a neon-y yellow, but this is too green.
3 hours later.
Logo, please tell me the preset saved. Please tell me it's here. It's here! Now, I will admit, it does look a bit scuffed, doesn't it? It does look like I've done it whilst a bit drunk. or something with the edges. But within the restrictions of the logo creator, that's a bloody good attempt, and I won't have anyone tell me otherwise. So we now have our logo set up, and you can see it's set up because it's now on the floor behind my head, I realise. There it is. Look, I've got it on screen, down here, and on my shirt. Who said I don't understand my brand? I know I'm wearing the first ever WTS Racing shirt right here. We're officially a brand. Livery-wise, now here is a cool thing. There are presets in the game that you can choose from. And if you go all the way to the bottom, there is the Work the Space preset. Can I get an ooh? Woo! I know. This is officially in the game, by the way. You don't have to run this for every race. That would be a bit mental. That, you know, even if you're my most hardcore fan, that's too far. Don't do it. But if you want to run it for a one-off race here and there, because you can swap your livery whenever you want during your save game, feel free to run it. Here it is in all its glory, the WTS livery. So we're going to just slap that on right away. There you go. There is my race suit, everyone. How beautiful does that look? I love it. I love it. I already set up. Here's one I made earlier. The white looks unfinished. Excuse me. This is art. Oh, you mean the white on the cut? I'm going to put sponsors there. But I can't do, they couldn't put sponsors on for me, and you can't add decals in game. So for the methods that be, you know, we will be able to add our own sponsors down the line on the car. When that happens, we'll find out. Let's make it official. Forename, work. Now here's the question. Do we go with the race? Does that make me sound like some kind of revolutionary? Do we go with work the pace? It could be walk the space if we just want to name it after my partner. I think we go with work the race or the pace. Is pace better? Pace. Well, you don't work a race, do you? You work the pace. Absolutely correct. And then experience. I know what the hell I'm doing. We're an experience manager here in this establishment. Now, for car development and race difficulty, I'm going to leave these both on standard. We may change them, but during my experience with pre-release, changing the race difficulty didn't actually make the AI smarter. It just made the AI push all the time and go for free stops at pretty much every race, which wasn't actually any more fun to play. So we're going to leave it like this. If we start to feel like we're developing the car too quick, we'll try nudging up the car development. But at least to start things, this is what we're going with. We are locked in. We are starting our new game. Team WTS Racing. Standard. Bish, bash, bosh. Bangers and nosh. I don't know. I'm hungry now. Right. There it is. There's Mick. There's Pato. Together. Do they look... Why are they sad? Like, we've just started things here, and the mentality is negative. Obviously, there's new mechanics there. Is everyone bloody sad? Why are we all sad? Team principal negative. Excuse me? What's wrong with me? Our facilities and other staff. Wait, so all the staff are unhappy because all the other staff are bad. So they're all unhappy because of each other. I mean, I'm not going to replace the staff immediately. You know what? At least Mick and Gary have got that relationship going. They are like this. They're very happy. I did select my facilities to be the lowest, didn't I? How bad are they? I have £5 million. And we don't have a race simulator. Right, where's that Logitech wheel? I left it laying around here. We'll clamp that to Mick's desk. He can learn how it all works. Right. I think logically the first thing to do here is spend... Am I really about to spend my initial money on just facilities? I feel like that is what we've actually got to do here. A helipad. Wait, do we not have a bloody helipad? Well, that's where we're going wrong, innit? If you don't have no helipad, no party. I feel like I can't spend the rest of our money because I'm probably going to want to build upgrades to the car. Well, at some point, probably being very shortly. I mean, yeah, we should do some development now. Now, here's the issue, right? I've not got a big design capacity. In fact, we can manufacture 2 parts at a time and design up to 4 parts at a time. If I'm not mistaken, the first ATR period is kind of short. So I feel like we just go with 2 parts off the rip. And I'm thinking side pod and chassis, just because... I mean, here's our car ranking, by the way. We are very much kind of fringes of the points team-wise, but our drivers are also quite bad. And I feel like my mindset is, let's go for high-speed cornering and top speed immediately. Let's try and make ourselves quick, because there is going to be some tracks, like Australia, where top speed and high-speed cornering is important. Same at Japan with the high speed. I mean, you can see here what's crucial and what's not. Essentially, top speed matters a bloody lot. Who would have known? So with that in mind, chassis, underfloor, we're going to get those done early, and I'm going to put quite a lot into them. My concern here is I've got £3 million. So even if I sort this all out right, I might not even be able to manufacture the parts when they're ready. But that's part of the challenge here. I know that we've got an okay starting car, but the reality is with our initial funds and our facilities just not existing, we are going to fall back probably over the course of the year. I'd like to think we improve later on in the year, but yeah, being realistic for a mo, I think it is going to be a wee bit of a struggle. So I feel like we just go to be a one-trick pony. You know, like Williams were last year, where they really focused on high-speed cornering tracks. That's basically where I want to be. I feel like we accept that certain races like Monaco, we're going to have a stinker. They are stinker central when we pull into those ones. But when we pull into Spa, that's where the high-speed Stanleys amongst us will come to thrive and do work. And yeah, there is an ATR period reset soon. So rather than spread ourselves thin, I can't do intense development. Can I even... Okay, it's £1 million to do these. Right, we'll just do it normal to begin with. I was going to go for intense, but I literally can't afford it with the money that we've got. Do I go for high-speed performance on the floor as well? I think I do. I could lower the lifespan as well, but actually, it's not going to make a world of difference to our performance. And also, when it comes to underfloors, I feel like the durability actually matters. During a few of the test saves I did, I experienced a lot of underfloor damage due to drivers going wide over curbs, which definitely wasn't a thing to the same level I experienced it in last year's game. So I'm a bit worried about breaking floors and stuff. But yeah, sponsors have been changed up this year. So the way it works is there's 3 different ways to get sponsor income. You get upfront sponsorship money, you get sponsorship money which is over the race days as they occur, and then you get potential funding through engagements. The way to think about engagements is they're basically different activities that are worth different amounts of points, and based on the amount of engagements you've promised, you've got to total what you basically assign. You'll see in a moment to fill up this bar. But the more engagement funding you have and the more activities people are having to do, the worse the performance of those people on race days and race weekends. Which, I mean, given the quality of our drivers initially already, I don't really want them to be much worse. I think I'm just going to go with the one that gives me a load of upfront money. Year 1 here is basically about deciding who out of Mick Schumacher and O'Ward is the driver to build around, and trying to catch all our facilities up and just try and keep the car at the level it's already at. The other thing is you don't have to fill up every slot. Like, you don't actually have to pick stuff here. I feel like I need as much money as possible. Is that fair? I feel like I need as much money as possible year 1, even if it comes at the cost of performances. So as much as I've just said, don't do engagement, I'm ignoring my own advice, because why would you listen to your own advice? This is what we're locking in. Boom. Bish, bash, bosh. We can now apply decals and stuff to the suits and stuff, but I'm going to leave that for now. And if you weren't running a preset livery, you could also apply decals. But because we're in the WTS in-game livery, that's not an option. We have our drivers. They're not sad anymore. They're helipad. The helipad has worked wonders. Do we upgrade it again? You know, we've got 29 million because of the sponsors we've just chosen. You know what? Piss it out. Give us a new helipad. Upgrade it, I say. Re-tarmac that over. Also, I feel like we probably should just build a basic level on everything. As much as I want to manufacture car parts, you know, I feel like getting this stuff. And I mean, a team hub we're constructing and a race hub we're constructing. Do I want to increase our scouting capacity? Is there anything else I should improve here? I feel like a lot of these lower end upgrades are kind of cheap, so they're probably just worth doing immediately to try and catch us up, because we are starting with the worst facilities you can pretty much select. Someone said about scouting young drivers. Oh, that's true. We have our affiliates. Where are the affiliates? Here they are. We've been given 2 affiliates. We've got Felicity and Isabel. I don't want to be labelled misogynistic here. They're both shit. 61 rating, 21 years old. I mean, this just ain't going to cut it, is it? And Felicity, I mean, she's 19, so maybe that's more acceptable. But I feel like in terms of affiliate drivers, we could do better. I saw someone very upset a second ago that I had not signed Dennis Hauger. Dennis Hauger has been released by Red Bull. So he's not actually associated to a team right now. And I'm thinking, you know what? If Mick or Pato really, really annoys me, having a guy like Dennis in to just step in might be kind of useful. So I'm going to get a scout report on him. That doesn't mean we're going to sign him. I don't feel like affiliates are the main concern right now heading into our first race weekend. But we'll put it on the back burner. I know there's some Dennis Hauger fans out there. I've considered him. You've been heard. Right, sponsor plan. Now, this is the engagement activity thing I mentioned. So based on the sponsors we just picked, we have to fill up this bar. Now, because I was greedy, I asked for a load of money, which means that a load of these are going to have negative effects. But you know what? I don't really like our affiliate drivers, so they can just go do the sponsor events for us. You know, I don't want to send Pato here or Mick here and get them distracted, but the reserve driver, they can do all the work, right? Sponsor event for Pato, no. Design Centre advert. Sponsors will film an advert in the Design Centre to promote their partnership with the team. That is going to slow down our... Do I want to slow down our facility effectiveness? To be fair, all our facilities are so bad. Does it really even matter? I could do a scout STEM tour that lowers our scouting team size. I believe we only have one scout anyway. Also, I've got to fill this up a lot, haven't I? I need to do better than this. Okay, look, we're going to have to do some of these more expensive ones, which I don't really want to do, but it's going to allow us to hit the threshold that little bit easier. I can select one of these lower ones, and then we're just done. I'm exceeding the target by 10. Which means that we're getting all the engagement money that we want. So yeah, we'll go with these 3 different sponsor activities. The scouting team size is not the end of the world. Design Centre effectiveness is a bit annoying for the next 6 weeks, but I need to fill up that bar. We need money because I've chosen to start with barely any. And with that, is that the new helipad? Right, should we just end the save game here? Gary has done it again. Shout out to Gary Gannon, him and Mick. I have a beautiful relationship together. I can feel it now already. Testing results are in. We're actually not awful. Just ignore the low-speed cornering and the fact that people will probably bring some upgrades. Some more good news, by the way. We have a race simulator. I feel like I want to upgrade that again, right? Because this helps with driver development. And that should make the drivers happy. I will say that has cost me £1.9 million, which is not exactly cheap. I feel like I might be spending my money too frugally here. I'm looking in the bottom right going, we got 20 million. That's loads of money. By the time we actually start manufacturing parts, I'm a little bit more concerned for how things are going to be going. But we'll figure that out. So our board aim for this year, if you're wondering, is 9th place. We're currently listed as an underdog with a rating of 210. An underdog, by the way, is anyone under 450. So we're like a double underdog, really. And then the board confidence, I mean, nothing to read here. They want 9th or above. I feel like there is some pressure on my shoulders all of a sudden. Now, another cool thing this year is the new race targets. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but in previous years, you basically could just choose whatever position you wanted for qualifying and for the race. Now with the game, you basically get your race targets set up like this, where you can no longer cheese it to the same degree. And you basically have an ambitious goal, kind of standard goal, or easy goal. Now, from my own personal experience, often you fail to get the easy goal. So whether or not that's changed in the most recent patch, we'll find out. I feel like I'm just going to go with the mid kind of answer for both drivers. So if we get 14th and 15th, apparently that would be a really good weekend. Like I said, we are kind of in a position where we're just outside the points, so we should get a little bit of racing with Williams and Haas. But the reality is that because of our facilities and the lack of funds, there's not going to be crazy development in the first year, so we're probably going to be sat around this area for most of the year. But I feel like, you know what, 14th and 15th, if we get that, we'll be happy. And also with that, we just go straight to the pissing race. Of course we do. Okay, now my question here is, what was our car performance in those sessions that we've just simulated? Because the prediction was 14th and 15th for our drivers. Mick's got 12th, Pato 16th in P1. In P2, 12th and 14th. And then in P3, 9th for Mick, 15th for Pato. So I feel like there's a minutiae chance of getting points this weekend. Shall we get into qualifying? Chat has said that Mick is going to out-qualify Pato. I'm not having that. That's disrespectful to Mexico. I don't know how many voice lines Pato has, so I guess we're going to find out. I feel like we should be aiming ambitiously here to get both drivers into Q2. I feel like if both drivers don't make it into Q2, I have failed as an individual. Did talk about this during the pre-release. This livery is available in-game for you guys to use. It is a little bit bare because I thought we were going to be able to add the decals that you guys see with all the in-game sponsors to these presets, which you can't do. I am already working on a solution for that, which I may even have for tomorrow's stream, which should be fun. One thing to note here, by the way, if you're wondering, how does it work with the extra team in Creator Team? So there's 22 cars on the grid, obviously. Instead of it being 20th or 21st to 25th that go out in Q1, it's the bottom 6 drivers that go out in the first 2 sessions. So 16 drivers will make it through to Q1, or sorry, to Q2, and then 10 drivers will make it through to the final qualifying session. He spun on the outlap. He spun... Pato, you're meant to just be warming up your tyres, mate. I thought Mick was going to be the cockwomble. Imagine if he just hit the wall and we'd been out. Imagine. Pato, mate.
Clear ahead.
I've put so much faith in you. I bet he's mudded his tyres there, hasn't he?
Push.
90...
We're happy with tyres.
I really want to like Pato. I want people to know that. Pato comes into this with no backstory, unlike Mick. You know, this is Mick's shot at redemption after FM20 or F1M22 with Haas. Pato, this was a clean slate for you, mate. You've already blemished it. I mean, both drivers were probably going to be sent out again anyway. But I'm not very happy with what we've seen there. Does he think he's Checo Perez in disguise? That has got to be it, hasn't it? New lineup by the summer break. No. I'm keeping faith in the project here. In Mick, we trust. What is Mick's time here through this sector going to be? 40.8. Pato, by the way, was 1,000ths faster through the first sector. So as much as Pato did go purple, he wasn't that much better. Pato's gone slightly faster than Mick there. Final corner for Slick Mick. Can he put it all together for a lap? I say that. Can he put it all together for a lap? Are we going to go faster than Joe? Suck it, Kick. I say that. Kick are really, really bad at the start of a save games. That really isn't a lot. Is O'Ward going to dethrone Mick on the first runnings?
Press in button.
He's not. I think O'Ward's tyres were too cucked after the spin. What's happened here? Is that Alex just parking up? I think it might be. Also, I said Nick there, not Mick. I was watching the Formula E finale earlier and I was thinking about Nick de Vries. That's where my mind's at right now. I'm really, really switched on to what's going on in the game. We're not this much quicker than some of these cars. Like, Russell should be going way faster than us. We're 3 tenths behind Hamilton for a bit of context here. Right. Magnussen's on an in-lap, if I'm not mistaken there. So we're not at risk of getting lapped by anyone. Bottas here could be an issue for O'Ward. Though I think we're going to be okay here as we start these hot laps. Mick's going to be going out first. O'Ward's there. Is Bottas on a push lap here? No, I think we're okay. Okay, hear me out, chat. You know the helipad? You should be able to... have we been blocked here? Please, who is that? Who is that? Give him a penalty, ref. Give him a red card. That's football. Slap him with a 5-second time penalty. How much time did we lose there? Neither of our drivers are going quicker. Should I be worried? Why is he blaming traffic there? There was no one near you, son. Why is he sworn about traffic? What have we seen, Gary? I've not seen poppycock there. We're 12th and 13th. Albon is going a lot quicker here. Is he about to dislodge us, or are we going to hang on just? Okay, good news. I think, I don't want to jinx it, I think both cars are going to make it out of the first session.
Yeah, I saw that one.
What traffic? I don't understand the traffic situation. We are 1.2 seconds slower than Verstappen. That is a concern, isn't it? I don't think we're in danger here, he says. Yeah, we're going to be fine, right? 12th and 13th. That's fine. Any shock departures there? The kick cars, by the way, and the Alpine cars at the start of the save game are awful. I thought we'd be racing Williams and Haas. We're maybe slightly ahead of them, but because we've not got that much money in the old bank and our factory and design centre aren't good, our upgrades aren't going to be as good as other teams. Right, chat, do I save a set of softs for the race? I think I probably should. We're going to slap on used tyres here and just do a little banker lap, you know? Okay, Pato a tiny bit slower. We're still a second slower than Perez. Are we bad? Are we that bad? I mean, to be fair, we look like we're going to at least be racing some cars, which I feel like we should look at as a positive. I really thought that Mick was going to be the bad driver for us. I'm beginning to realise that actually he might be the good driver for us. I think there was a lot of blocking there based on some of these times. We're about the same gap behind the leaders that we were before. So when we send our drivers out here, it'd be a miracle, I think, if we're still in the top 10 with either. Right, I mean, Pato spun out on his warm-up lap at the start of Q1. The good news is, since then, we have been much, much cleaner. We are technically, right now, on our way out of Q2. I don't think we're going to be here come the end of the session. I don't want to, be the destroyer of dreams and hopes. George Russell is going to cross the line here. Wait. Oh, wait. No, now he's on his flying lap. I got thrown off by flying lap being shown there when he wasn't on it. Is Hamilton on an in lap? Wait, did Hamilton get blocked? Chat, could we get 2 drivers into Q3 like an absolute miracle? I don't feel like we deserve this. I feel like blocking's played a factor, but I'm not going to complain. This is Mick Schumacher's shot at redemption, isn't it? Are we through? Have we without qualified Hamilton? I mean, to be fair, Albon and Russell could still improve and dislodge us. Albon's the first driver to ruin my day. Can he make it out the session? No. I'll be honest, chat. I did some testing with the car levels and stuff. I never had a performance this good, so I don't quite know what to tell you. Mick! Can he improve? Can he go quicker? He can't. Pato, can he get past Mick? He can! George Russell, I think, is the man we've got all eyes on here. Is he about to relegate Mick? Does George Russell hate the narrative? Does George Russell hate Mick Schumacher? Oh my... Why are they racing? They're on laps together. Is George going to improve? Hold your horses. We're better than Mercedes. Up the power of the Ferrari engine. Suck it, Haas. Suck it. What were the times here? So Mercedes... Yeah, Mercedes were half a second slower there with George Russell. And Hamilton was half a second slower too. So both Mercedes are absolutely murdered by traffic. Fernando as well lost half a second. We have been blessed there, haven't we, by traffic. That's actually wild. Okay, Q3. We're here by pure miracle. Chat, I've got a controversial idea here. And I want you to hear me out. But I'm thinking I don't use a fresh set of softs this session. I think I go into the race with 2 sets of fresh softs. Plus, I think we get another set back too. I just feel like neither driver has a shot at making it much beyond like 9th and 10th. We are basically here by virtue of the fact. What's happened, Mick?
I just went in too quick.
You went in too quick? Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? It's the now lap, lads.
Struggling with the car. Just unable to control the
Now, you know
car
what?
at that point.
You know what? I'm going to save the fresh set. I'm going to go in with 3 set of fresh softs. Who says I won't do a free stop or we push? Who says I won't? Because we have got a prediction on who's going to outqualify who. These are currently on used tires. Chat, I need to decide. Do I want to use another fresh set? I just think, for the sake of the DHL Ultras and getting the pit stop award, 3 pit stops could be the play. And if there's a late safety car or whatever, it just opens up the idea of going on a fresh set of softs. I mean, we have fluked our way into Q3 here on the basis that the Mercedes were just getting blocked. I guess I could use them on one driver but not the other, but then I am compromising the integrity of the prediction, aren't I? Who's going to go better, though? I'll tell you what, Mick has struggled a lot more than Pato there. Pato's like 4 tenths up. The Mick's had a stinker. Mick has pulled into Stinker Street right there with that lap. He doesn't deserve a fresh set of tyres. The only reason Pato was getting a slipstream is because Mick ran wide. Did Pato get a toe? I mean, he might have done. He's still the slowest chap. Hear me out. I feel like we're not meant to be here. I feel like we're not meant to be in Q3. You know what? I'm feeling aggressive. I'm feeling racy. I'm going to send them both out on a fresh set as late as we can, and we're going to see what we can do for late drama. Right, Mick, You're going to sneak out behind the Red Bull. This is genius. Oh, God. There wasn't a gap. There wasn't a gap. I wanted to go out behind the Red Bull. I wanted to stream snipe him. I was trying to get the toe. Mick should get the toe off the Ferrari if he can keep up. That was my game plan. Have we pulled it off? Is he close enough? I mean, he is closer to the Ferrari than O'Ward is to him. I can't believe Ferrari copied my tactic there. Oh, my word. Well, you had to move out the way to let someone through on a flying lap, and now they're next to each other. Who's on a flying lap now? Was it Norris we just moved out the way of, or Piastri? I mean, O'Ward, they're going to crash into each other. This is... I don't like this. Mick, what are you doing, son? Why are they racing? I said that they were battling for a race spot together. I didn't mean like this. Lads, it's quali.
Track is clear.
Mick's got the toe. This is great. Mick's got the toe. Oh my God, don't take each other out. What's Pato done there? Pato has shown no mercy. He's not the team player that Lando Norris is. What are we doing, chaps? Is this the start of a rivalry? Mick's gone slower. Sainz is going fastest. I didn't ruin Mick's lap. Mick moved out the way for Piastri going through and then got backed up. That was the game, not me. I did not make that happen. I mean, let's be real. The fact we've made it to Q3 might be a season best performance. Let's embrace it for what it is. But Slick Mick is going faster there through that sector. Mick had his fastest sector too. He's getting the toe now. We went motor racing. Can we improve? Look, we've got green through sector 1. Green through sector 2. Pato O'Ward. Park yourself further up here, son. Let's get Lance Stroll. Oh my word, Mick's done it! I can't believe it! Mick Schumacher is in 8th. Is Stroll on a lap? He's on an in-lap. He's on an in-lap. We've got 8th and 9th. It's biblical scenes. Should we void the bet? Should we... To everyone who's saying void the bet, it's corrupt. No, I think we should void it, actually. I think we void it now. Who were the people saying void? It was rigged, weren't it? Void it. Mick Schumacher out-qualifies his teammate in 8th. In a car that, let's be honest, really isn't that good. I mean, look, you can't accuse me of being biased. I let them go motor racing. We are here for the entertainment value. Mick, by the way, 8 thousandths ahead. The toe. The toe. Right, chat, we have to pay out the prediction. The Mick believers are up good. Who will qualify higher? Mick. I think soft, medium, soft is just the play. We could even go soft hard if like there was a safety car at a good time, or like a soft medium if there's like a gap to pit into. I mean, we have massively overperformed the car there. Like 8th and 9th here is stupid. I know some people might be watching the stream going, well, he's just made it easy for himself, hasn't he? I did a lot of testing of different car levels and stuff. I never had both. I never had one driver make it into the final quali session. Right, I'm just double checking it. Drivers are set up. We're going to go with this 2-stopper. It's a fairly standard strategy here. We've only got one fresh set of softs, so that's what we're going to start on. Oh, it's time for the first race of F1 Manager 24 Creator Team. Chat, I'm so bloody excited. Yes, we're managing the session. Wonder how long it'll be before I misclick on Simulator Session by accident. 11 teams on the grid. I know, Crofty. It's bloody exciting, isn't it? Okay. Okay, well, we'll just show Ocon. We'll just show Ocon. Okay.
Not a huge surprise to see them in 19th.
Not a huge surprise to see him in 19th. What about us? Talk about us. We were bloody brilliant. Chat, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for this. This is it. Look at us. There we are. Look at us go. Was it? It was Verstappen on pole, wasn't it? It was. Right. We'll go on board with O'Ward. Mick, high overtake aggression. O'Ward, high overtake aggression. We're going racing here. We're going racing. First race of the year. This turn is always so weird. In game, don't hit each other, lads. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. Multiple cars have crashed turn 1. There's a gap behind us. This is bloody brilliant. Everyone from Alonso behind got stuck. Oh, look at it. It's a high-speed crash. Bloody hell. I'd red flag it. I would red flag... Lewis Hamilton, by the way, talking mad crap there. I mean, good news for us is there is now a 2-second gap behind Hamilton to Alonso. No one got damaged there from the looks of things. But we've got a gap. I say that. That gap is probably not going to play a factor for us, but who knows? Right. I set deploy early here, which is fine. I have also found that in my little bit of play testing, that ERS battle assist is actually kind of nice to have on this year. We do need to make these tires last a little bit, so let's ease off there. Mick's already a second behind Yuki. We already don't have DRS. This is the issue, really. Do I just tell Mick to push to try and stay in DRS? Maybe that's the play. This is... How are we here? Okay, Mick's back in DRS. This is great race management. Also, I will say... If you're new around here, you won't know this. I do micromanage the races quite a lot. It's just how I like to live and breathe the game. You get all the drama unfolding. We play through it in near real time. I feel like it just allows you to get more invested in the goings on that a little bit more. Like, a race win matters that much more when we've watched tens of hours of us being crap. Right, Mick, you've got DRS here, so I have to turn this all down now because we really have turned it up just to try and keep you close. Is he really going to have a go? Mick, go on, son. Go on. We're good. We're good. We're 3 seconds behind the McLarens, but don't let that distract you on lap 3. I'm a little bit concerned that our qualifying performance is leaving me to play as if we're a team contending for points, when in reality, all I'm really doing by pushing hard now is sabotaging my efforts longer term. Yuki, mate, you can't be moving under braking like that. Who do you think you are, Lewis Hamilton at Hungary? We were behind at the detection line there, right? I think we were. Award, he's going to have DRS, right? I mean, I say that. Yuki's going to have it on Mick anyway. Right, good job, lads. I'm going to lower overtake aggression now. Oh, don't do it, lad. I've just turned it down, lads. Chill. Chill. Try using the helicam. Now, helicam is fine, right? But, like, we're in the middle of a race with our teammate here. And helicam, it just looks like we're going for a Sunday drive when you can't see the two cars next to each other. Tell you what. This is not good for my sore throat, is it? Lads! Lads! Lads, we said less overtake aggression. We said we'd chill. I mean, you get to enjoy the racing from up here, but this is the issue now, right? Like, when you're not going through corners, helicam is just a bit like you can't see who they're racing. Right, Pato's going for it. DRS. Mick, we're 5 seconds behind McLaren. We've created a DRS train. Oh, this corner. I hate this corner. This corner is the corner for crashes in F1 Manager. I hate it. Right, Mick's ahead. A Stroll for now, but I feel like he's going to lose that place rather quickly. I've just noticed people like Russell are on mediums. We're pushing our hearts out on soft, struggling to keep up. It's not ideal. Yeah, on the PC version of the game, I think sponsors will be like moddable to have real logos. Was that it? Oh, okay. I thought he'd gone a little bit wide. He's gone very wide there, hasn't he? Can't go there, mate. That's like Max Verstappen turn 1 at Hungary. I would. Look, come on, mate. Let's get past Lancey boy. Lance! Oh, my word. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, to be fair... Well, I don't get why driver confidence is low, by the way. This is such like a weird overhang from last year's confidence system. Like, we're still holding on to the positions we started in, and yet the confidence has gone down. What would be ideal now is if I can just sit behind Stroll and use him as a bit of a DRS kind of provider for a bit. It's going to see our temps go up, but it'll be better. See, I think Stroll now just pulls away, even with me pushing on Mick. Our car performance just isn't there. We've just been holding on to our current position by virtue of the fact we've had DRS. Yeah, sorry, Mick. I can't. The thing is, if I push with Mick here, I just end up mudding us further down the line. I need these tyres to last. Actually, he has actually got him back in there. I can't believe it. Mick, keep going. Mick, don't go for the overtake there, Mick, please. Please, Mick. You're killing me. Wait, Award got overtaken. When did that happen? Why are we 2 seconds behind Mick?
Now we can see
Did he squeeze us?
Now we're at turn 11 now.
Was Pato in DRS range, or was he just not in DRS? I'm just daydreaming. Also, when you watch replays now, you get a lot more variety in angles, which I like. I mean, we're holding on here, aren't we? We're holding on to points positions for now. My concern really is the fact that Russell is just on mediums. And we are eating for ourselves much more than those around us. Well, we're going motor racing. I don't really want us to be motor racing. I want Mick to be saving some battery. I'm going to put him in top up. I really need the likes of Albon and Sargent to pit in this group here so that there's clean air for us to pit into. Yeah, Pato's going to pit a lap later here. And he's going on to mediums too. I can't double stack him, sadly. Not without being a risk of any kind of pit stop error. Okay, folks, this is big. This is big. It's the first pit stop of the WTS Racing era. For people new around here, the DHL Ultras are our pit crew. We believe in them to win us the DHL Pit Stop Award. Here's the boys. Lift up the cast, lads. Slap those tyres on. Let's go racing. That's a good stop. If I double stack them, we would have had Award held up by about a third of a second, so that's good. And do we clear Albon? We've cleared Albon as well, I think. That's good. That's really good. We love that. That's the gap we wanted. Award is keeping up in this train as well with everything turned up, which is good. One thing to be aware of, by the way, this year punctures below 30% happen crazy often. We lost a little bit of ground here. Don't think we had DRS there, but we're okay. It's a good stint. Okay, are any of these guys going to pit with Award? This was our optimal lap to pit if I'm not mistaken. They're staying out. Pato the pit lane. He has a voice line, everyone. He can speak. Ricciardo and Stroll have pitted around us. Did I just miss Stroll pitting in front? I guess I did. Right, lads, we need a good stop here. Please. That'll do. You know what? Not perfect, but Rome wasn't built in a day. We are going to come out behind this pack. Schumacher couldn't quite get Stroll done. I really, really, really need to push this lap just to try and get DRS off Stroll for this next stint. Stroll has also got on the medium, so that's good. Okay, the aim now is to follow Stroll. It's going to be trickier for Award. Hamilton, who pitted a lap before us as well, he's right behind Mick too. I feel like Pato needs to push here. Get past Albon nice and quick. And then if we can try and keep up with the rest of the pack, that'd be good. But really, we're trying to avoid those guys who are yet to pit. Try and get the undercut on Tsunoda. I guess it's just Tsunoda and Alonso, really. Because Russell's on medium, so he's going to go longer. Norris built up a crazy gap there, didn't he? Wait, Schumacher just got Stroll.
Here we are, we're looking at turn 11. They decide to give it a go.
He's done well there, hasn't he? He's done him in that DRS split. Okay, Tsunoda's pitting. I'm surprised. Actually, no, I'm not surprised. They're all going to go mediums, right? It's going to be soft, medium, soft for everyone, I think. Yeah, mediums. Mick's having a lovely race, isn't he? Double softs from Alpha Tauri. Oh, sorry. Visa, Cash App, Red Bull Racing, Robbie, Carvey, Carb. Whatever the bloody hell they're called this week. Also, I've really pushed Award here. And probably mudded myself. Although, he has... I want a VAR on that, please. He's driven through me there. They have got ghost technology on their car. That is illegal. That was banned in the Geneva Convention of Formula 1 teams. Okay, these tyres have got a bit of an ability for us to push them if we need to. Also, Stroll just... What happened to Mick? Mick, you were next to him. What happened? I blinked and he got overtaken. Oh, my word. Do you get it? Oh, my word? Because it's Pato Award. Go on, Chad, give me credit. Go on. Round of applause, please, for that overtake and the pun. That wasn't pre-rehearsed. That's just come to my mind right there. Oh, my word. What an overtake on Alonso. I didn't realise Yuki's on softs behind us and Russell's on softs behind him. Oh, yeah, it's Yuki's doing soft, medium. We're on you softs at the end. Award has lost DRS. Why?
Use the overtake.
Chat, I thought I was so smart using up all our battery. I thought I'd been so clever, and it's not worked. Award didn't have DRS, and Yuki and Mick doesn't have it either. All right, Mick, you did well. You charged your battery well. We saved some fuel to push later. Now just chilling DRS. Alonso's really trying to pull a gap. Don't do it to me, Fernando. It's not good, is it? It's not looking good, Chief. No DRS on Alonso. He's probably just going to vanish up the road now. We know that the Aston Martin is half a second quicker on merit, faster than us. I can't keep up with Alonso. He's half a second quicker in clean air. I mean, the good news is neither of our drivers has had a moment yet, and they've kind of kept up with each other and kind of performed similarly. So I feel like this is the true performance of the car we're seeing. All it takes, though, you know, one little crash in front of us and we could have a whale of a time. I'm a little bit paranoid about George Russell behind us. I feel like right now this is just our drivers swapping back and forth, isn't it? Oh, my word. Is Russell about 3 wide? 3 wide. Easy, Tiger. Easy. Is George about to get both our drivers at once? I hope not.
George is just in DRS.
Pato actually has DRS here and Mick doesn't. That's sad, isn't it? Oh, my word. I don't like it. That has been coming for a while, hasn't it? Russell's on soft. He's been on soft ranges. He's been lapping half a second faster. I mean, now if we could just stay in DRS range, that'd be good. Okay, never mind. It's not happening, is it? It's wow, it's not happening. Okay, Hamilton's pitted early here. It's Deg all round. Look, you just got to manage him a little bit longer.
It's open. Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
I feel like I stay out longer. Chat, is that controversial? I feel like I stay out longer. I feel like based on our tyre wear, I want to have more room to push. It's not like I've got to react to anyone immediately around us here. It's not like we're going to undercut Russell or anything. And I know that Tsunoda's probably going to be on mediums at the end. Because I think he's gone soft. In fact, we can check. Yeah, Tsunoda's gone soft, so he's going on mediums, so we might be able to reel in Yuki. Now, Tsunoda should be going on to mediums here. Chat, the bug's back. Chat, the bug from last year's... Wait, or are these mediums? Is that a yellow band? Oh, it's a yellow band. Panic over. Guys, can you remember the bug in last year's game where teams wouldn't mix their compounds? I'm still mad that Alpine robbed me a few years ago. Oh my God, has Mick hit someone? Has Mick just taken out Lewis Hamilton? What happened there? I agree, what's that? Where did he come from, Mick? Does he think that you've got to get out of the way? That's out of order, isn't it? That's out of order. You can't do that to Mick Schumacher. What is that? Is he going to get a penalty? Please tell me he's not getting a penalty for it. Hamilton's got major damage. That's good. What just happened? I'm going to ignore for a second because I'm just weighing up what we do. I think I hammer it on these mediums for 2 laps with both drivers. Who's going to get the penalty? Mick's been given the penalty! No! 5 seconds. Screw a mixed race. Right. The only thing that can make this worse is a bad pit stop after the 5-second penalty. Please, please, please. Don't make me angry. Don't make me angry. Serve the penalty. On your marks. Get set. Go, go, go. Good, good. That was, 2.7 after the penalty. We take that. That's way better than our first set of stops. Okay, Pato, I'm going to pit next lap for those who use soft. Annoying that we have to serve the penalty, but the damage, I mean, if the damage means we can somehow get Hamilton here in this last stint, because Hamilton's already pitted as well, that'd be massive. Also, Pato Award's only voice line is just Pato in pit lane. Every time he says it, it makes my little heart feel warm and fuzzy. Oh, Hamilton pitted. Oh, they're changing the nose. That was what I thought. Maybe it was his floor that got damaged. Right. The wheel's stuck. Get the wheel off! I have a sore throat! Pull on it! Yankee, you cockwombles! What are we doing?
Oh no, that's a slow pitch.
No, we're still behind him. He replaced his nose faster than we replaced our tyres. I've got a sore throat.
14.
I've got a sore throat.
Gap at 1.
I've got laryngitis and they're doing that to me. I'm so annoyed. It was going so well. Mick's ahead of him.
Tyres up now.
Mick's literally ahead of him because of that. It's an inside job. And now it's just going to end like this. It's just going to be a really depressing end to this race now, isn't it? It's just going to be really depressing where now for 11 laps, we'll just watch it on times 8. I mean, we're going to hit our objectives, I think. So let's look at the positives. That's good. But just from a personal point of view, I feel let down. Where would we have been without that tyre error? Like an 11th? I mean, Ricciardo's not that far ahead of Mick Schumacher. How much time did we lose, chat? Like 7 seconds? Oh, I feel like we could have caught Danny Rick. Maybe I'm huffing copium. I mean, I probably am. Look, don't overtake Norris now. Don't overtake him. Please don't overtake Lando Pato. Pato, look, we need to chill. I know you're annoyed because he's got a McLaren seat and you haven't in Formula 1 and you've got to deal with Indy. But you don't need to do this, Pato. God, I sound like Lando Norris's race engineer begging him to stop, don't I? Think of every Sunday morning, Pato. It's going to be a long season, Pato. You need your teammate. I mean, the issue here with our drivers is that they're both kind of in their own little space, and with three laps left, I think this is just it done. Because we're on board with Pato here. He's behind Lando. There's then Zhou who needs to get out of the way for both sets of teams. But Mick's not that far ahead of the McLaren here. We've been lapped, chat, so I can push harder on the fuel. Zhou, please move out the way. Get out of the way. Zhou! Thank you. Sometimes you just got to, be reasonable with people. Talk calmly to them. Then they listen. Okay, Mick moved out the way. Chat, we're going to have motor racing. They are going to go motor racing here. Oh, God. Oh, God. There's 2 laps.
3 laps to go, Mick.
It's not 3 laps. We've been lapped. Gary, you need to learn the rules. If we get lapped, it's a lap less. I mean, really, I should be pushing Pato's tyres harder because his tyre wear is better off. You know what? We let them both push. We let them both race.
Perfect. Let's get back up to pace.
They can both have a go. The stress is getting to me here. We've got a lap and a half left. The believers have bet on this race. And it all comes down to this. The grand finale. It's WTS Racing. One of these drivers will not be here after the first season. Mark my words. One of them will be fired. They are fighting for a seat long term at this team, the two 24-year-olds. We've been blue flagged. Oh, it's a disaster for Pato. But Mick might get caught out in an even worse spot. As we're about to enter the final lap for ourselves here. Oh no. Mick's gone slow to let back by the Ferrari. O'Ward's looking for the move. Mick's already crashed once on this corner. Oh, it's getting dramatic. Does Mick have DRS? He doesn't. I can't watch. Get it in helicam. O'Ward's done it, but Mick might be able to come back.
2 to go. Push.
They can both be in deploy here. Mick's behind. He's got DRS. He's looking to make a move up the inside into turn 4. Round the outside he goes. Mick Schumacher
Need to save some.
nails it. O'Ward's going to look to come back, though, surely. There might be one last DRS zone for a move to happen. They're both pushing. They're both racing.
To the cars ahead.
Oh, it's absolutely biblical scenes here. Mick is ahead, but Pato is chasing. He wants to do it for Mexico. He wants to do it for those like myself that love a burrito as a celebration.
Gap at 0.5.
He's pushing. He's got DRS. He's going to try and get the move up the inside on Mick Schumacher. Can he make it stick? My voice is going. My heart is racing. I'm not sure I can handle this. It's absolutely biblical scenes here. Both drivers using every ounce of battery they've got left. Mick looking to make something happen. Going into the final corner.
Today's winner.
Oh, and it's not going to happen for the Mick Schumacher fan club out there. Your boy has let you down today. Let me tell you. They're going to be racing to the line. They've both run out of fuel. But they both crossed the line. Did you guys see that their engine settings all got turned down there right at the end? I think that was because they ran out of fuel right on the line. I'm not 100% sure. It might be as they cross the finish line, it turns them all down. Either way, it's a first race in the books.
Let's pick up where we can.
It's biblical scenes here.
Okay, check our car.
3 hours the first race took us. Came down to 0.1 of a second. Did someone just crash there? Did they just crash at the end? This is not a good omen, is it? This is the in-lap, lads! I swear to God, if we're paying to repair a part for next race, if I have to replace the front wing.
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
Absolute cockwombles. Is that Pato just throwing a paddy, do we think? Or Mick throwing a paddy? I reckon Mick rammed into him, upset he got, 14th. It's like Yuki Tsunoda all over again. The game is realistic, isn't it? I mean, look, some people are going to look at this and go, pointless performance, Shaq. Like, what do you have to say to yourself? And my answer to those people is, this isn't what we're here for. This is what we're here for. We didn't get any points in it. But this is the championship that really matters. The DHL Ultras, this is what they want. Now, today I'll admit it, we've not given them points. But we're going to work on it. We're going to rebuild. And it'll be fine. But we did hit our bonuses. Round of applause for us. That's, you know what? That's good enough for me. So the plan with streaming, just so that you guys all know, is streams will be happening on Twitch on the regular for the next few weeks. Best thing to do is follow me on Twitter or just be following here to get notified when I'm live. If you're watching on YouTube, this race highlight video, great. You've enjoyed the first one, you're enough to get to the end. The second one will be coming as soon as, well, I've played the next race. And if you want to watch the action live, come to Twitch and watch the full thing. So if you're just happy watching the edited down versions, which we're going to aim to have between about half an hour and an hour long. This one might have been longer because of all the setup stuff. You're in the right place. YouTube's the place to find the more condensed versions. But yeah, really appreciate you guys watching this first video of the series. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Check out the series playlist if you're binge watching this in the future. And I'll see you in Saudi Arabia for the next one.